Artemisia Gentileschi was born on July 8, 1593, in Rome, Italy. Her father was the Tuscan master Orazio Gentileschi, and her mother died when she was 12 years old. Artemisia and her brothers received their first artistic lessons in their father's workshop. It soon became clear that Artemisia was much more talented than her brothers. Other than artistic training, she had little or no schooling. She did not learn to read and write until she was an adult. She made her first well-known work at the age of 17, Susanna and the Elders. Some think that Artemisia had been harassed, just like Susanna, and that she used that experience in the painting. Susanna and the Elders was her first dated painting. It uses a very natural style. The gestures are strong and the expressions are realistic. The painting shows an understanding of anatomical skill, color, brushwork, and structure. It is an interesting point to note that her choice of subject for her first signed and dated work is a female hero. Being a girl, she was not accepted into any painting academy. Her father then had a colleague give her further lessons. The artist Agostino Tassi not only taught her painting, but raped her as well. Tassi had been promising to marry her. When her father found out, Tassi was arrested for rape, and Artemisia was thrown into the middle of a rape case, which received a lot of publicity and ruined her reputation. The trial took several months. Tassi was convicted but released by the judge, who also ordered Artemisia to be tortured as a means of proving her honesty. She was forced to have medical exams to prove she was a virgin before the rape. If you were not a virgin before marrying, you were seen as damaged property. Artemisia's father quickly arranged a marriage in order to save his daughter's honor. She married Pier Antonio Siatesi. The couple moved to Florence, where Gentileschi became a celebrated artist. She soon became pregnant with her first daughter, Prudentia. She later had another daughter. During and soon after the trial, Gentileschi painted Judith slaying Holofernes. The brutal depiction in Judith slaying Holofernes is often interpreted as a painted expression for the rape and humiliating trial she had to go through. This particular painting is a very dramatic and bloody work. Both she and her husband worked at the Academy of Design, and Gentileschi became an official member there in 1616. A remarkable honor for a woman of her day. She soon split from her husband and traveled all around, living in many different places. Artemisia was documented as being in Naples between August 1630 and November 1637. While there, Artemisia finished a large altar painting of the Annunciation. It was her first known church commission. It was painted for a Genoese church in Naples. It was signed and dated and also her largest piece of work. Around the same time, she painted one of her best-known self-portraits as the allegory of painting. She holds a brush in one hand and a palette in the other, cleverly identifying herself as the female personification of painting, something her male contemporaries could never do. A short time later, in 1635, she completed another work, The Birth of St. John the Baptist. It is an example of a religious painting which demonstrates the technique of oil on a canvas. By 1638, Artemisia was a resident in England. Artemisia served the king for 2 or 3 years, and for the first time in 17 years, she worked with her father. Artemisia was in England to collaborate with her father in painting the ceiling of a queen's house at Greenwich. The work is titled An Allegory of Peace and the Arts Under the English Crown. After her father passed away in 1639, Artemisia returned to Naples, and it was there that she would stay for the remainder of her life. The last part of Artemisia's life was dominated by work for her patron Don Antonio Rufo Ursulaski. She completed the painting David and Bathsheba. According to the Hebrew Bible, Bathsheba, more commonly known by the anglicized name Bathsheba, was the wife of Uriah the Hittite and later of David, king of the United Kingdom of Israel and Judah. She is most known for the Bible story in which she was summoned by King David, who had seen her bathing and lusted after her. One of Artemisia's last known works is like her first, a female hero. Lucretia is an attributed work, but even so, it demonstrates Artemisia's fondness for the female hero, strong, capable, and independent woman in the realm of art history. Artemisia Gentileschi died in 1653. Despite her skill, reputation, and importance, little was written about her. All that remains of her life are the 34 paintings and 28 letters that she left behind. During her lifetime, Gentileschi managed to do the unheard of, thrive in a male-dominated field as a woman. Today, she remains an inspiration, not only for her powerful artwork, but for her ability to overcome the limits and prejudice of her time.